Hello there, welcome to the news on Nepal television. I am Rosina Rai, starting with the headlines first. 3 killed on the spot after dry landslide buries a jeep in Ridikot, Palpa, 6 other injured. MCC Compact in Nepal goes into implementation from today. MCC Vice President in Nepal to materialize the agreement. Russian airport near the border with Estonia comes under drone attack. Military transport aircraft sustained damages amid explosion and huge fire. And Davidens Nepal facing Pakistan in the Asia Cup opener today. Face up with the cricketing giant marked as a milestone in Nepal's cricketing history. Welcome back. Now we have the news in detail. At least 3 persons have been killed on the spot in Jorte of Ridikot Municipality Ward number 2 of Palpa when the dry landslide buried the jeep they were riding. 8 other persons were injured in the accident that occurred earlier this morning. The back part of the jeep has been completely damaged after the mudslide along with huge boulders buried the jeep. DSP Birendra Thapa and District Police Office Palpa informed the ill-fated jeep was en route to Butual from Tamghas. The injured have been rushed to Palpa Mission Hospital and Lumbini Medical College for treatment. Reportedly, the incident occurred at a place where road expansion efforts are being carried out. Now to the further development, the implementation of $500 million Millennium Challenge Corporation Compact will come into force from today. The 5-year-long American project related to energy and road infrastructure development is supposed to spur economic growth and reduce poverty in Nepal. Vice President of the U.S. Millennium Challenge Corporation Compact Operations Department, Cameron Alford, has arrived Kathmandu on the occasion of MCC entry into force, noting that the MCC had received explanatory declaration last year. The U.S. Embassy said they had accepted the explanatory note as part of the compact. According to the agreement, August 30 marks the commencement of the implementation of the 5-year project. The Socialist Front, comprising 4 leftist parties, is set to hold a massive assembly in Dhangarhi today. The event will feature addresses from Prime Minister Pushpa Kamal Dahal and other top leaders of the Morcha, all scheduled to speak at the assembly in Dhangarhi of the Sudhir Paschim province. Madhav Kumar Nepal, the chairman of the Unified Socialist Party, Netra Bikram Chand, A.K. Biplab, the general secretary of the Communist Party of Nepal, and Govinda Chaudhary, who is in charge of the Janata Samajwadi Party of Sudhir Paschim province, are also slated to address the meeting. The front held a similar assembly in Butual of Lumbini province on Tuesday. The front has also slated meeting in Surkhet on August 31st, in Pokhara on September 1, in Hetora on September 9, and in Biratnagar on September 11. The main opposition CPN-UML is holding its 25th secretariat meeting at Bishnupur Kati in Siraha district today. This location holds significance for the UML as it was where the party organized its 4th national convention. UML Secretary Yogesh Bhattrai has announced that the party will also use this occasion to lay the foundation stone as a pillar. Commemorating 75th years of the communist movement, the initial plans was to hold a meeting on August 26, but it had to be postponed due to flooding in the Chure area. We still have more updates on the side. Stay with us. Time for a short break. Welcome back. You are Nepal Television News. Now we have remaining updates. The Nepal police is sending one of its officials from the Central Investigation Bureau CIB to Hong Kong for information collection after the involvement of foreign citizens in the smuggling of 61 kilograms of gold. The The Nepal police has sought support from the Interpol after the involvement of foreigners in the smuggling. Nepal police spokesperson and Deputy Inspector General Kuber Kadia shared that a senior superintendent of police SSP Dinesh Raj Acharya is leaving here for Hong Kong soon to take stock on smuggling of 61 kilograms of gold. The Revenue Investigation Department RID had seized the 60.716 kilograms of gold from Sinamangal in Kathmandu nearly a month ago. The CIB is investigating the case after the RID handed over the file to the firma after 2 weeks of the seizure of the gold. The police has already written to the Interpol for coordination since involvement of Indian and Chinese citizens was confirmed on this smuggling scam. Now we have further development, and that is from international frontline. Russia has reported a night of a drone attack on its territory ranging from the south to the northwest. A strike on Pskov airport, hundreds of miles from the war zone in Ukraine, set two military cargo planes on fire. Russia's military says it shot down over the Bryansk, Kaluga, Oryol and regions. In recent weeks, Ukraine has increased its use of attack drones to strike targets inside Russia. In the Ukrainian capital Kiev, at least 2 people were killed during a missile attack blamed on Russia. Russia also reported hitting Ukrainian assault boat in the Black Sea, killing dozens of soldiers. Extremely dangerous hurricane Idalia is forecast to become a Category 4 storm as it is barreling towards your state of Florida. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has warned residents that the time to evacuate is running out. A life-threatening storm shores of up to 15 feet above ground level is expected to hit some coastal areas. Evacuations are underway on Florida's Gulf Coast ahead of the storm making landfall, expected on Wednesday's morning local time. The major storm system has been lashing Cuba with heavy rainfall and hurricane-force winds. U.S. President Joe Biden has approved an emergency declaration for Florida. We still have updates at the site. Stay with us, time for a short break. Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. Now we have remaining international headliners. Chinese Premier Li Qiang meet with visiting U.S. Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo on Tuesday in Beijing, calling on both sides to enhance mutually beneficial cooperation. During the meeting, Li highlighted the significant consensus reached between China's President Xi Jinping and U.S. President Joe Biden during their meeting in Bali, Indonesia last year. The Chinese premier emphasized mutual respect, peaceful coexistence, and win-win cooperation as the right approach for fostering positive China-U.S. relations. Raimondo said the Biden administration supports China's economic development and improvement of people's livelihood, adding that it has no intention to contain China's development and does not seek to decouple from China. Xi added the U.S. side is also willing to strengthening cooperation with China in such areas as artificial intelligence, climate change, and combating fentanyl. Now, to further development, Britain's state-run National Health Service will be the first in the world to offer an injection that treats cancer to hundreds of patients in England, which could cut treatment times by up to 3/4. Following approval from the Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency, MHRA, England said hundreds of eligible patients treated with the immunotherapy Adjolijumab were set to have under-the-skin injection, which will free up more time for cancer teams. NHS England said Atezolizumab, also known as the Tecentriq, is usually given to patients directly into their veins via a drip, which could often take around 30 minutes or up to an hour for some patients when it can be difficult to access a vein. The James Webb Space Telescope has revealed colorful new portraits of the iconic ring nebula. The new images captured the complex details of the planetary nebula, an enormous cloud of cosmic gas and dust that's home to the remnants of a dying star. The two images were taken in different wavelengths of infrared light, which is invisible to human eye, using instruments on the Space Observatory. A long-time favorite of astronomers, the ring nebula has been studied for years due to its observability and the insight it can provide into a lifetime of stars. It is located in the Lyra constellation, more than 2,000 light years from Earth, but on clear evening during the summer, sky gazers using binoculars can see it. To the more updates, before that, let's have a quick look into the highlights of the site. The intensified global warming has vanished 8% of Chile's glaciers since 2014, according to data collected in 2022 by Chile's General Water Department. The Patagonian ice field, the world's second largest contagious extrapolar ice field, is melting at an increasing rate in the past decade due to the rising temperature. Director of Climate Services Office under Chilean Meteorological Directorate, Catalina Coates, said this winter of 2023 in terms of temperature will be the highest in Chile's history. In Valle Francis, main attraction in Chile's renowned Torres del Paine National Park, glaciers melt water streamed down from mountains and from small waterfalls in winter months, leaving people concerned over how drastically the glaciers will melt during summer season. Now we are moving on to sports news. Debutants Nepal today is playing its first ever match of the Asia Cup with Pakistan in the opener today. The match is slated for a 3:15 p.m. Nepal time kickoff at the Multan ground in Pakistan. Nepal has qualified for the big Asian cricket events for the first time in its history. Nepal, under a young captain named Rohit Paudel, will be looking to make an impact in the big Asian event. Nepal will play against India on September 4 at Pallekele of Sri Lanka in the group stage of Asia, while Nepal failed to qualify for this year's ICC Men's Cricket World Cup. It is believed Nepal will use the Asia Cup as a valuable warm-up event ahead of the 50-over showcase later this year. Nepal are currently ranked 15th in the ICC ODI rankings. The squad also includes Kusal Bhortel, Asif Sheikh, Bhim Sarki, Kusal Malla, Arif Sheikh, Dipendra Singh Airi, and Sandeep Lamithani. With this, we come to the end of this news bulletin, but before we say goodbye, quick reminders of the headlines once again. 3 killed on the spot after a dry landslide buries a jeep in a Ribdikot of Palpa, 8 others injured. MCC Compact in Nepal goes into implementation from today. MCC Vice President in Nepal to materialize the agreement. Russian airport near the border with Estonia comes under drone attack. Military transport aircraft sustained damages amid explosions and huge fire. And debutants Nepal facing Pakistan in the Asia Cup opener today face up with the cricketing giant marked as a milestone in Nepal's cricketing history. Well, this is all we have for this moment. Until our next bulletin, have a good day ahead. Namaste.